So before you go out and start emailing 100,000 people, what you want to have properly set up is the right tools. It's really important to not just go out to Gmail and start hitting send, but instead make sure you have the right efficiencies in place to be more productive with your outreach through effective tool usage that will enable you to find things quicker, make sure you're reaching out to the right prospects, not duplicating efforts, and also being more efficient with productivity tools as well. So one of the first tools I really like is Link Prospector. What it enables you to do is just take a keyword and then from there decide what kinds of pages you want to be shown. So the most valuable use of this, I think, is links pages. You can insert your research phrases. So maybe you have a resource on SEO or content marketing, you input it here, you submit it, and you get a list of prospects back. So for example, I ran this for SEO. You can see it accumulates a lot of different websites that show up on pages that are quote unquote SEO link pages. And it's not a very great fit for this vertical. It makes more sense for more evergreen spaces that are moving as fast, spaces that have less blogs on the whole. But these overall, the tool can be very valuable. What it does is mashes up lots of different searches with links, with resources in them, whether the URL, the title, the page, and all of those things in addition to your keyword, and then gives it a score based on how often it shows up. As you can see, the LTS score here, that makes them more confident that this actually is a good result for what you're searching for. And you can see if you expand it, you get what kind of links are coming out here and specific pages about SEO and the like. And this is not necessarily, as I mentioned, a good result for SEO, but for your space, it potentially could be valuable and makes the process of prospecting a lot faster. Next up is Majestic, or your link tool of choice. I also like Open Site Explorer and Ahrefs. What Majestic does will enable you to find similar resources and then see who's linked to them. And with that data, you know if you have a similar resource, they might be interested in your content as well. So we look at this resource, which is a list of 90 infographics. If we have a post on infographics, which we will and we'll be doing outreach with, there's a good chance they might be interested in our content if they link to this post as well. So you can open these up. It's another way of doing prospecting, being more efficient and effective with your work. Next up is Voila. Norbert, I know I probably pronounced that wrong, but spare me for that. It's pretty simple and really fast email finding tool. It's really the best on the market in terms of how fast it works and how accurate it is. And honestly, these are real emails for me, and I have multiple ones. We have one public use version, but as you can see, found it accurately. It uses public databases. LinkedIn, I think, is a pretty common source that it looks up against. I don't know exactly what it uses, to be honest, but it's accurate a lot of the time. It can make your process of guessing emails, which you'll have to do a lot of work to find someone's contact information, a lot faster. So it's a no-brainer inclusion in the Power Marketers tool set. Next is Text Expander. What Text Expander does is it enables you to send emails faster by taking a little snippet of text and then expanding it really quickly. So if you in outreach, you'll want to use a template that you customize. What you won't want to type up a unique email every time, or you spend a ton of time. But if you just copy and paste it from a Word doc, either it'd be some markup issues on it. If you had a copy from an email, go and draft, it just wouldn't be near as efficient. Here, all you have to do is type in BI with a colon there, and it'll expand into the full template. And it also has the ability to insert these fill areas, which allow you to it'll jump to each section. For the purposes of this piece, I'm not going to use that because I'm having some compatibility issues on my home desktop, but you're welcome to. It's a super efficient way of expediting outreach, even if you don't do that, and you'll see it in action with the actual examples we use on this post. And finally, there's a broken link finder tool from John Cooper, who's a really smart link builder. And what this does is it crawls link pages. As we mentioned, link pages are great places to get links to your own content because naturally they link to other people. And what this tool does well is everything that's highlighted in red is broken. And so if you had an electricity resource, you could reach out to the site and say, we have you have these 3 links broken. Also want to suggest my other resource. And since they have to go in there and check something and fix it, it's a pretty good opportunity for them to put in your content as well. It's a natural value add also. And what John's tool, Link Miner, does well is it enables you to see data on how many people are linking to that broken resource. So if you see something with a lot of links pointing into it, like for example 72 here is pretty strong, that allows you a scalable methodology of reaching out to those 72 people. You could say, by the way, your snacks about electricity from the Exploratorium page is broken. You might want to check out our similar resource. And you can use that exact same template, not really have to customize it, and probably see a lot of success. And that's why it's so valuable to have this kind of add-on where it says root domains in addition to each piece of it. So it allows you to keep going, build that list larger, make sure those targets are accurate, and do more scalable outreach that's still effective as well. So that's it for the tool section. And in the next section, we'll get in more on how to actually execute an outreach campaign that's effective.